Hey there, Collector B, and welcome back to my channel. So today we've got a manga haul here, a long overdue one, and we've also got little Lou, Inspector Luna, for a little bit joining us as well. Yeah, I took a little bit of an unexpected little break, and I had only meant to do a little tiny break because I was going to go on an international trip with my family, and so we took that 2-week trip. And then jet lag hit, and I just took a little, I guess, mental health break just to rejuvenate, and I'm back, ready to go, excited. So we're here today with this manga haul stack here. We've got, let me put Lou down, she is ready to run around. But we've got this manga haul here, so let's dive into this and see what we've got. All right, so first up, we've got a weekly Shonen Jump booklet book here. It's in Japanese, and if you've seen my Japan vlog videos that I took our trip in 2023, I'm releasing those, getting through those, so thank you very much for watching those videos. But I had got this Shonen Jump weekly volume here during that trip, and so yeah, I saw Luffy, One Piece, one of my favorites, on there, and I'm not sure if this was during the first week we were there or second, but now I'm wishing I would have got both weeks volumes, but I had gotten one here just because it had One Piece on it, and it's just really cool and nostalgic, because when I was a kid we were able to get some of these in English over here in the US, in the United States, and so yeah, it was just really cool to be able to see that they're in Japan weekly, as it says here. This was in a 7-Eleven or a konbini of some kind. So yeah, the Japanese are lucky they get to get their volumes every week from grocery stores or konbinis and all that. But yeah, it's really cool to flip through this. They have the One Piece volume in the front here. I'm surprised that it's kind of short. I guess because I'm used to reading like the volumes, right, that have multiple chapters in there, but the little chapter in the beginning here, it's not very, it doesn't seem very long. But it's very cool nonetheless. And the paper is really interesting. So if you can see here, let me show you the cover real quick. It's front, side, and this is the volume 40 of 2023. There's the back there. If you're familiar with Shonen Jump, it has a bunch of different chapters of like current releases, maybe ongoing manga that are happening in Japan at the moment. And so One Piece has pink, but then so does the next chapter. And I'm not familiar with some of these. I did recognize Sakamoto Days, one of the manga that I'm familiar with later on. Right here. Okay, here's Sakamoto Days. There's that one. So this is chapter number 133. So again, this is in 2023 when this came out. But so now that I've had the Japan vlogs out, I'm like, let me talk about this one because I had forgotten about it. But yeah, so I think that's really cool. The paper it feels like cheap newspaper quality paper, honestly, but that's not why you're getting Shonen Jump weekly volumes. You're getting them so you can read the current chapters as they come out. So yeah, so very cool. There's some ads. And of course those get like nice paper, nice glossy paper. But yeah, it's just super cool to see like a memento, like a souvenir for me, but also you know, of what was out currently during the time I was there in Japan. But yeah, so very, very cool. Really fun. And of course I can translate these if you're wondering, like, why'd you get a Japanese volume? Firstly, souvenir, nostalgia, and it's really cool to have, and you can translate. We live in the digital age now where we're able to just put our phone up and translate if we're curious about what something says in a different language. So yeah, there's that one. And then speaking of some other Japanese language things, if you saw the vlog, I'll link it in the cards. But I also got, during the time when I went to the Kinokuniya bookshop there, I picked up some volumes here in Japanese of some of my favorites. So since we're talking about One Piece first, I got the first volume of One Piece, the manga, and it's so cute. The book is so small in comparison to to like a regular volume. So this is a US standard volume. And this is a Japan typical size of manga here. But yeah, they're just so cute. And I love that there's a lot of quality to them, and they're cheaper. Like this one's 440 yen, which is laughable because these are at least $10, $13, $17 a volume in the US. And of course there's the costs, like there's some explanation to it, but when you see 440 yen for the Japanese volumes, I'm like, man, if only I was fully fluent to write in Japanese, you could get such great deals. But anyway, so more nostalgia, just to be able to collect something that I really love, a first volume, and put on the shelf along with the English volumes that I own. I just thought it'd be really nice to have these. So I have One Piece here, the first volume. And when I was going on a tangent with the quality, like it has this slip cover, like this glossy slip cover here, and then you have the volume itself, so that's the actual printed manga here, there. And then you've got this beautiful slip cover, like that. It has a note about the Ichiro Edo, I'm assuming, on the back, like they usually do for the author or creator. But yeah, I thought that was really nice. So I got volume 1 of One Piece over there in Japan when I was there. And then My Happy Marriage. The manga was like a big thing in 2023, and it even says there for Netflix. Sorry, the anime was really big coming out in 2023. So I think that this is a promotional little, which is really cute what they do in Japan. They have like this little promotional thing that you can take off, so that way you can just admire the actual manga itself. But they have a little advertisement, I'm guessing, for the TV anime. So I guess it's right there, TV anime. But yeah, so that's that cover for the volume 1 of My Happy Marriage. Big fan of this manga, and especially anime, because I watched it first for the Netflix, and you're gonna see in here, a little hint, some more of this, but in English. But this is in Japanese, and so yeah, it's very, very cool. I just got 3 volumes since they're in Japanese, 3 different volumes, and so that was the second one I got in Japan. And then the third is Spy Family, and this one I still have in the packaging because I want to show you how they have like this little extra bonus thing. I'm not sure what it is. We will find out in a moment when I open it. But it had like this little Anya card or booklet as a bonus for volume 1 of Spy Family. And so I definitely had to get this too. Big fan of Spy Family as well. And so let me open volume. And then one last thing. This volume in Japan costs 664 yen. So this is right there, if you can see that. And then this one costs 480 yen in Japan. Like a little unboxing, right? For this. Let me see what this is. So let me see. Okay, so this little, what I thought was a booklet is actually a little postcard set with different, hold it all out, different anime, or manga in this case, little promotional postcards. So there's 2 sides to it. The front sides of them. Yeah, for Shonen Jump, promotional little postcard art. Little postcard size art. I don't think they're actually postcard. Oh yeah, it does say postcard. Yeah, you're right. It does say postcard right there. But yeah, I thought this was super cute with the little bonus thing. So you could tear each one off individually. I won't do that right now, but it has Spy Family. Gosh, some of these are familiar and I can't remember the name of them all because I don't say all of them. But yeah, I thought that was cool. A little bonus extra. So we're gonna put that there. Cute little Anya when it's folded up. And then this is the Japanese volume 1 of Spy Family. So again, just wanted to have some mementos from my trip to Japan, and have some of my favorite volumes in their original language, right? Yeah, so this one, like I said, 480 yen. And they're so cute. so small. Maybe that explains a little bit of the price difference, and then not having to translate into another language because this is the original language and everything. But like I said, very cute. These smaller volumes from Japan. Yeah, those are that. Very fun for those. And then we're going to move into the English volumes now. So I have here 4 volumes, the first 4 of How I Met My Soulmate. And if you had seen my my manga trip shopping video in Barnes & Noble, I'll link it in the cards, I had picked up volume 1 of How I Met My Soulmate. And so this is volume 1 here. And then we've got also volumes 2 and volumes 3. Oh, sorry. Yeah, volume 3 and volume 4. So I've got the first 4 in my collection so far. But yeah, I absolutely fell in love with this one. This is definitely my recent fave in terms of romance and slice of life, and I don't know, I just really like that they are in college. She specifically, let me find her. She is, it says here, how old is she? Yeah, 20 years old, college sophomore, and she has moved to Tokyo, the big city. And you know, her dream is to find her soulmate, of course, hence the title here. And I love that she is a smarter character. She's not like the little, I don't know, wallflower kind of thing, which works in some cases and it's fun too. But I just love that she knows what she wants. She says it to people, and so that way there's no misunderstandings or anything about what she's looking for. And she initially meets this guy and they don't have the best initial first impression on each other, and especially her with him. But when this is helping me visualize it here, but when she kind of meets up with her childhood friend that she had a crush on, and it never worked out in that time, she thinks that she still really likes this guy, but once she meets this guy, I think she has a better, you know, she matures, she has a better idea of what she actually wants and what's important to her. And so it's just really sweet, more mature romance that I find myself going towards more now, naturally, I guess. But yeah, it's a really sweet romantic read, and yeah, they're just beautiful art. Let me show you on the first one. Yeah, the art is beautiful on here, and it is from the creator of Waiting for Spring. So if you liked that manga and you want to go something a bit more mature with older characters, definitely go for this one. This one's rated older teen, 16 plus. These are by Kodansha, the publisher, and the mangaka is Anashin. So yeah, very, very cool. Definitely recommend these. As soon as they're released, I make sure I get the volume and I fly through it. So you know, there's volume 1 through 4 of that. Definitely recommend. All right, and then next, going off with another romance. For this one, we've got the rest of the volumes of Kiss Me at the Stroke of Midnight. These are volumes 4 through 12, so 12 is the final volume, and I am now complete. On my other manga haul, I'll link it in the cards and in the description too. But I had collected the first 3 volumes and flew through those, and I knew that I was going to fall even more in love with it. And so I got the rest of the volumes since that last video that you saw me in here. So we've got volume 4, and volume 5, volume 6, volume 7, volume 8, volume 9, volume 10, volume 11. And volume 12. And so, to not give spoilers for the rest of these, from volume 1's story, it starts like this. At school, Hinata is an honors student, respected by all her classmates. She's totally above things as juvenile as crushes and dating. Secretly though, she has but one wish, to have a fairy tale romance. One day, a super hot celebrity named Kaede shows up at Hinata's high school to shoot a movie, and it becomes difficult to keep up her act. By pure chance, or you know, fate, Kaede reveals his own ridiculous personality to Hinata, and her ordinary life turns breathtakingly romantic, or just really, really weird. And so it's basically categorized as an all-new Cinderella story with outrageous twists and turns. And like this one, or like what I was talking about with the other manga before it, I just love the refreshing characters. They say what they mean, they know what they want, and so and their quirky personalities are not embarrassed exactly to show that to each other, and so they, you know, they're maturing, growing up, and they're learning what they want in life, and it's just so sweet and romantic to see it. And of course, this one is rated older teens as well. This is OT, ages 16 plus on the back there, and so definitely get more mature romance, more you know, exploring what happens when you meet someone that you really like, and so yeah, this one's definitely a little bit more dramatic in terms of things that go on. Like they say, there's twists and turns in here, so it's kind of exploring, you know, him being an actor, a famous person, her still being in high school, and so their worlds, you know, are different in that regard, and how much do you trust the other person, and then how much do you want to open up to the world about your relationship when, of course, it goes into the media, you know, if they're going to destroy you or like you or want to tear you guys apart. And so that is that story here. And yeah, so it's really sweet and romantic. I'm almost to the end of the volumes here, and so yeah, definitely excited to complete this one. Of course, I have it now complete in my set, and yeah, there's this one thing for volume 11, for whatever reason, for the longest time it's been out of stock everywhere. Even on Amazon, they're selling used copies for like $20 plus, so it's I guess not out of print, but it currently, I guess they run out of what stock they have, because I can't find it anywhere. And so at the time on Amazon, I think I got it for like, luckily not $20, I think I got it for like $7, $8 used, and the quality was good, so I wasn't sure what I was expecting, and it is good, but it's a library copy, and I hate when that happens, when they don't explain on their description it's a library copy. This one didn't, because I was completely surprised. They had like a little teen sticker here on top, and little sticker there, and then label on the back there. Otherwise, fine copy. It's a little bit aged, sun faded, versus the rest of my copies, which are nice and pristine. But otherwise, I'll have to wait when it comes back in stock to get a good copy. But yeah, it could be worse. It could be all mangled and like destroyed, but I just thought, I'm like, man, I wish people were more transparent. Has it happened to you, like getting a library copy like this? Because I was not happy. I was about to return it, but you can't get this copy anywhere, at least that I have found. Yeah, no one's selling it. Mystery, but I guess this was a volume that was popular or didn't print as much. But anyway, tangent aside, we've got the complete copy, or complete set here now for me for Kiss Me at the Stroke of Midnight. Very happy about this one. And now to an even more mature, we're stepping up in levels here. That was a teen, 16 plus, and now here we are in the mature category, mature volumes. And this one's definitely mature. But this one intrigued me because it is a full color manga, hardcover. So like creme de la creme of like the coolness. But yeah, you've seen flashes in now. You see the full thing in here. It is called Highschool of the Dead, the full color edition. We've got volumes 1 and 2. And you can already see why it is more mature rated. The rating on the back here, it has that M logo, And on the front here it says parental advisory warning, explicit content. Right there in the front. These are by Yen Press, the publisher, and the story is by Daisuke Sato and art by Shoji Sato. But yeah, I don't know if you're wondering why do you have this, or maybe you're not. But in any case, I thought it was really cool to have hardcovers. I heard lots of good things about High School of the Dead. You know, lots of different things about High School of the Dead. But okay, first off, I mean, look at these beautiful glossy pages, full color art, bigger art because the pages are bigger, of course. And yeah, so to sum it up very succinctly for this summary, it's a bunch of high schoolers stuck in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. So if that doesn't sound interesting to you, I don't know. I don't know what will. But yeah, so first of all, yeah, the art stunning and definitely raunchier. But I warned you with the mature content, so don't get stuck by that. But anyway, yeah, on here we've got some concerned young females, let's say. And then with these like, I don't know, bloody hands, but the paper is matte with a little bit of gloss, and so yeah, it's just an interesting bit of texturing because it looks like blood splattered as they're trying to stamp the hand in front, but of course it's also to block out some of the torn clothing and skin on there. We have volume 1 and volume 2. I think I might have already shown it, but just in case. What's that? Yeah, so I know that these volumes, they have the completed English manga chapters, I believe, but there were never any more of these volume releases. I believe there's volume 3 in Japanese, but not in English. And the manga was never completed because the mangaka, the author, unfortunately passed away, and so they never continued the story on here. So that's why there's only 2. So you won't read the full story, unfortunately, in these volumes here, but you can definitely appreciate what story you have in these. And so yeah, so I thought, I've heard great things about the story itself. Again, it's going to be more spicy more with the art and everything on here. I can already tell. But yeah, it's action, thriller, a little bit of horror, I guess, with the zombie apocalypse. But yeah, it's just a story of what high schoolers would have to do in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. So if that's up your alley, these are definitely recommended copies. And again, always a fan of full color, hardcover, just when they get special treatments in these volumes. And like I said, the paper is super good quality, the art is very crisp and colorful. And looking through some of this, and you're definitely gonna have a fun time if you are interested in reading more mature content. High School of the Dead is for you. We have very cool volumes here. Yeah, I love it. It's just a really nice statement piece on the shelf too. These 2 volumes here. Very beautiful. Alright, and next up we've got Tsubaki-chou, Lonely Planet, volumes 2, 3, 4, and 5. In a prior video, I had gotten volume 1, which I have right here. But this one is another one. This one was recommended by a viewer from commenting in another video of mine, and so definitely really happy about that because yeah, loving this series so far. Got these volumes, and yeah, just beautiful art in these as well. Again, this is volume 2 here. Volume 3. Volume 4. And volume 5. And then volume 1 again, just for fun on there. But the story on this one is, stuck with her father's debts and forcefully evicted from her home, high schooler Fumi Ono needs a job and fast. So when she's offered the position of a live-in housekeeper for the illustrious history novelist Atsuki Kibikono, she jumps at the chance. After all, free room and board on top of working for a presumably kind and elderly gentleman sounds almost too good to be true. But who the heck is this rude, irritable young man collapsed in the entryway of the house? very, very fun story, and it's rated teen. I think they also have an L there for language, so those are the ratings on that one. But yeah, another little romance here that's very sweet, really good story, love it. So definitely recommend that one. And then quick one on here, we've got volumes 2 and 3 of My Happy Marriage. Been talking about a lot on this one, definitely recommend it. And then you would have seen earlier in the video when I was talking about getting volume 1 of the Japanese version, but I got volume 1 before, and then now we have volume 2 here. That. And volume 3. So this one's kind of another Cinderella inspired, but this one's definitely a much darker tone. There's a lot of supernatural powers in this as well. It's not just romance, it's action and supernatural as well. And so you definitely get a lot of everything in this one, which is really fun. So yeah, that is definitely recommended for that. And then another action kind of story. We've got the first 2 volumes of, let me pronounce this properly, Dan Da Dan. An anime is coming out for this one. Maybe by the time you see this video, it probably already has. But I was recommended this one as well as a very fun, like surprising read, action read. This one is rated mature as well. I didn't know that. There's a little label right there for mature. So here's volume 1. Yeah, this one seems like really out there, wild fun, which is what I love to read. So there's volume 2. And yeah, so this one was also recommended to me by a viewer, so thank you for this recommendation here. But the story on this is Momo Ayasa strikes up an unusual friendship with her school's UFO fanatic, whom she nicknames Okorun because he has a name that is not to be said aloud. While Momo believes in spirits, she thinks aliens are nothing but nonsense. Her new friend, meanwhile, thinks the exact opposite. To settle matters, the two set out to prove each other wrong. Momo to a UFO hotspot, and Okorun to a haunted tunnel. What unfolds next is a beautiful story of young love and oddly horny aliens and spirits. So, like I said, wild, fun. I think that's the best when it's just so out there. Everything's unexpected. So, super fun. I'm definitely on volume 1 so far, reading that, and then gonna dive into volume 2. So, very fun read here. So excited to dive into more of that. And then we've got 1 volume here of Daytime Shooting Star. This one I got at a bookstore, used, and the little label there is at $5, so I couldn't pass it up. Heard good things about this series, and it is by story and art by Mika Nanamori. And yeah, definitely heard good things about it. I haven't read anything so far of this volume yet, but going to very soon. But yeah, the story is, after arriving in Tokyo to live with her uncle, Suzumi collapses in a nearby park when she remembers once seeing a shooting star during the day. A handsome stranger brings her to her new home and tells her that they'll meet again. Suzume starts her first day at her new high school sitting next to a boy who blushes furiously at her touch, and her homeroom teacher is none other than the handsome stranger. So definitely a love triangle, I'm pretty sure, from what I remember hearing other people talk about. But yeah, very much excited to dive into this one. That must be the teacher here. I'm just reading the page. But yeah, the art looks really nice. Yeah, there's some that have like just art like just all over the page, but this one is a lot more clean and bold, which I love for art. So there's that, Daytime Shooting Star. Then next up, this one will be quick, Spy Family. I'm sure you're probably familiar with the story on this one, but we've got volumes 8 and 9. I've been picking these up in other manga hauls, so you'll probably, if you've seen the past ones, seen me pick up the prior volumes in those, but there's volume 8 and volume 9. And so yeah, you get a lot of action going on, a lot of comedy. Anya, the daughter, trying to survive in her elite school that she's been put in, and then her parents also trying to navigate their jobs and not letting anyone else in the family know what they're up to. So you just got a lot of hijinks going on. Very fun read. Love this very much. So continuing that. And then next up, again, Barnes & Noble, that manga video that I showed the tour of the store and also a little manga haul. You would have seen me get this volume here. This is the third, I don't know if it's volume, but third book in the series. It is a manga. But it is, the first one is called, where is it? Let's see. The first one, which is probably the most familiar one, is Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. So there is an anime of that, and so this is the first manga volume that you might be aware of, at least the name. And so this one's the third in the series. And so this one is Rascal Does Not Dream of Logical Witch. And so we've got this here. This one's another supernatural one. The first one in this series had a girl who could kind of become invisible, and it was essentially kind of like how she was feeling, and so some people wouldn't see her if she was kind of in that mental state kind of thing. That's from what I remember of the first one. And so there's this kind of like supernatural things going on, and the rest of the story kind of unfolds from there with him discovering more females who have these kind of supernatural things going on around them. And so that's continued in the story here with volume 3. Again, very good story. And I just love that we have that relationship continuing on as the story go on. And you get to see more of the main female and male lead on that. Very cute. That is that. And then almost a little pile here in front. To be careful there. Okay, almost done here. We've got another volume, volume 4 of Wandering Witch, The Journey of Elaina. One of my favorite characters, especially female. Gosh, my book tower almost falling over here. Okay, I'll go there. But for her, one of my favorite female leads for this. She's just a wonderful character. She's a little vain, but she otherwise wants to help people no matter their situation. And so she is, of course, a witch, like the title suggests, and she's going through, and you get to see different cities, towns as she's journeying through, and yeah, you just meet so many different kinds of people, walks of life. So it's really nice that they're able to explore that and not shy away from, different walks of life, different belief systems, and yeah, it's definitely a mature take. This one's rated teen, so not mature in actual rating, but just definitely more emotional and mature in that sense, where she just meets so many different kinds of people and learns from there. So very nice story here on that one. Love that. And then we've got volume 9 of My Next Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom. Really fun character, another of my favorites. I say that every time because it's true when I talk about, especially these two. Love Katerina. She's rambunctious, a go-getter. And for the story on this one, I won't go too far into it just because it's volume 9 already. But she was living in her world and then got pulled into an otome game, a princess, kind of like a romance video game that she was, a pro at. She knew all the routes for the game, different ways, either marrying this person or marrying that person in the video game. And so when she's actually pulled into it herself, she knows that she needs to figure everything out because she's actually the villain in the game. And so she knows that the villain dies, and so she needs to make sure that she is not going to be killed. And so it's her basically navigating the kind of like medieval-ish kind of world, fantasy world. But what is the comedy part is that she, in all her trials and tribulations trying to get everything to work in her favor, she actually is so charming and fun that everyone that should hate her or, try to get rid of her in some way actually falls in love with her. There are still trials, things that she has to suffer through because there are still people that will hate her, but the main core group becomes her friends, and so it's just a lot of navigating this world. So very fun on that. Definitely recommended. And then the very last one. We've reached the very end. This one is an interesting pickup for me. This one's Dogs. This one's Zero, or Prelude. And then we've got Volume 1 and Volume 2 here. And this one is an interesting one because I had picked up an art book, and that art book was about the art by Shiro Miwa. And I hadn't known how much different like franchises and art and manga that this creator has worked on, because that art book, I was drawn to it because of the beautiful art initially. And then I realized that this creator has released a manga by this name, Dogs. Dogs, Bullet, and Carnage. And so that art book is the reason why I have these manga in my hand so far. There's more volumes beyond this, but so far I picked up Volume 0, which I'm not sure if it follows the same characters that go then into Volume 1 and 2. But a little tangent, the art book is probably going to be a part of a bigger video of my favorite art books, so if you're interested in that, let me know, because I think I'm going to want to be doing like my favorite, or you know, the best art books that I've found, you know, anime and manga wise. But yeah, that led me to here, so I'm very happy about that I have these in my hand. This one's another mature rating. This one's rated M. His signature is the company that releases them, but yeah, again, here's Volume 0 for Dogs, and then Volume 1 and Volume 2. Alright, and the story on this is that Badu's in trouble again. He's found some of the lost children, rare genetic experiments left from the past, but so has the Mafia. It's up to Hain to bail him out, but the stray dogs has his own problems now that the enigmatic Giovanni is back to the scene. Meanwhile, Naoto comes to the underground searching for the killer who wields the same strange black sword as hers, and so their paths begin to converge in the dark and dangerous heart of the city. So yeah, it sounds like an action-packed kind of thriller manga. It kind of reminds me of the same kind of vibe as Gangsta, another series that I talked about in the past. Yeah, the art is really pretty on there. Make sure I'm not showing anything too out there. But yeah, this one sounds like a really fun read, and like I said in my tangent, the art is stunning from the art book, so I'm really excited to dive into this. So that exciting, thrilling story there. Alright, so that's all the manga, and I just wanted to shout out 2 video games that I am loving right now, just for fun, because I love video games too. The first one is The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom for the Nintendo Switch. This one just came out, but if you're watching this video, it's probably been a few weeks old. But yeah, so it's really fun, this one for the Switch. This one surprised me. I guess the concept is that we've never really been able to play as the character Zelda herself, even though the title is ironically named after her. We're always playing as Link, the swordsman, but in this one you're able to play as Princess Zelda herself. And it's, yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of Legend of Zelda, it's a must for sure. But it's also so surprising and amazing of the creators of these games, because time and time again they're coming up with these incredible new mechanisms for the games and how they work. And this one as well, Zelda is not a sword wielder, and so to have her fight the enemies and everything, there's so many new unique concepts of this game that she's able to wield. She's basically like a necromancer, almost. not raising the dead so much, but like being able to control and create these creatures to do her bidding, basically, to send them out to fight for her, and her being able to conjure up these things, you know, like this grand magician kind of thing almost. Being able to create objects and everything to be able to have her maneuver all through the new areas. So yeah, I've been having a blast. Definitely recommend this one if you're a Zelda fan. Yeah, so much fun on this one. And the very last one I'm going to mention right now that I've also been loving video game wise is Assassin's Creed Origin. This one is an older Assassin's Creed game, and I played through it, but then I was just craving so much to to play an Assassin's Creed game again, and I remember loving this one so much. I never finished it the first time, so I've jumped back into that save file, and I'm in love. This is my favorite one in a long time. I was a big fan in the beginning, so I originally played the first one and then the whole Ezio collection, those 3 games of the Ezio story, and then kind of hopped in playing after that. Played a little bit of Black Flag, Assassin's Creed 3, but I never like fully dove into those games for whatever reason, life, you know, other things happening. Yeah, and so then when Origins came out, loved it. Definitely, you know, the most recent of them favorites. And then now that there's talks of Odyssey came out after that, and then there's talks of having a Samurai Assassin's Creed one, but that one's been delayed. I believe it's called Assassin's Creed Shadows, and that one's been delayed from the end of 2024 to the beginning, I think in March or February 2025. So that one's been delayed, but just hearing all the talk of that game, I'm like, oh, I want to play Assassin's Creed again, and I love this one. Almost no notes on this one, as they say, that it's just almost perfect. So definitely loving this one. So yeah, random stuff at the end, but always so much fun. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Did you see anything that you liked here? Anything that caught your eye that you didn't know about or intrigued about more? If you have any recommendations for me, definitely want to hear those, because yeah, like you saw in this video, past viewers left comments for me recommending some stuff that they think I might like, and now they're here in the video. So thank you for those recommendations. Yeah, if you have any video ideas that you want to see me do in the future, like any more videos going out to book manga places, yeah, and also thank you again very much for anyone who's watching my Japan vlog videos. Yeah, I'm having so much fun with those. I need to get back and finish up that trip. I think I only have like a few more videos to finish up that whole trip there. And there's gonna be that Universal Studios Japan video coming up soon as well in that vlog series. And so yeah, that was such a fun day too. So definitely if you're in theme park videos, at least, maybe, yeah, maybe if you're not so much, you know, into the vlog content, but you wanna see what it's like at the theme parks there. I've already done the Tokyo Disneyland, Tokyo Disney Sea videos at the beginning of that Japan trip, and then now I'm going to be releasing pretty soon the Universal Japan video, so look forward to that, and I might have it in the cards once I do upload it, so it'll be out there. And yeah, yes, just so grateful always to you, to making all the way to the end of these videos. It's always it means so much to me always. And yeah, definitely leave a comment below, even if it's just a hello or an emoji or anything. Always helps. It lets me know that you're out there. Subscribe, definitely. I do anime figure videos, and then manga videos like this, and just fun stuff in general. So yeah, always so grateful to you. Thank you for watching this. Oh, and here's Luna to say thank you as well. You came back, huh? You said where? You said hello. Thank you guys for watching. You ready to go back on the case? On another case for Inspector Lou. Anyways, yeah, bye.